365, your daily dose of music content. I'm your host, FIFA 24/7, here with Kenneth B. Inge. And today we are doing Suave Colione Global. Ken, you know how we start these joints off, man. We got a small little report card. We start off with the features. There are a lot of features. I may not get through all of them, but we got DJ Ty, we got KD Summers, we have Aaron Preach, we have Six, we have Been Forgiven, we have Grace and Mercy, Stevie Rizzio, we have we have Unchained, and I believe that's about it. How'd you feel about the features?
D.
I'm there with you. I could go C-, but I'm at a D with you. What about, and why did that mess up? What about the production on here?
C-.
I'm at a solid C. What about the rapping on here?
Another D.
I could be at a C- there. I'm at a C-. Overall, for me, I'm at like D plus C-.
Overall, I'm at an F.
Damn, Ken. Damn,
Like,
Ken.
Woo, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Pun intended.
Pun intended.
So Ken, I know Suave Colione, and he dropped this project, and wants feedback. So I was like, all right, I'll throw it on the docket. We'll see, when we get to it. This is one of those projects, Ken, and I know he's a Christian rapper. We tackled another Christian project prior to this. Damn, who the hell was it? I know he's on
1K Few.
Yes, with Zaytoven. And that was a pleasant surprise. This one, I would say, has had moments, but it had a lot of moments that were good and a lot of moments that were bad. And for me, I do appreciate trying to make Christian music have a different sound and feel to it. And to me, those were the good moments on it. Some of the bad moments on it for me was it felt preachy. Like I feel like what Christian artists don't do and what 1K Few did so well was give me stories about your life and how God was saved you in whatever your story is, instead of telling me to go pray and that God loves you and stuff like that, because now you're talking at me. It's not as relatable. I feel like when you tell me about your story and how God wove whatever it was to get you out of a situation or, whatever, now I can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? But this was just at times too preachy. And I think my biggest gripe with it was it didn't feel cohesive. It felt all over the place. You know what I'm saying? With some of the Afro beats, some of the Caribbean sounding stuff, I'm okay. Like I said, I enjoy the attempt of changing the narrative of Christian music. 100%, I'm with it. But it's like, it gotta be more cohesive, especially when you have so many dang tracks. 16 songs, 54 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 16 songs at 54 minutes means that these songs were like 4 and something. Music is changing. You know what I'm saying? Even though you have a lot of features, doesn't mean that the songs have to be that long. You know what I'm saying? So for me, those were my biggest gripes on the project. But again, I do enjoy the attempt of changing the narrative of what Christian music should sound like.
I think the issue is that 1K Few and Zaytoven did such an exceptional job of being hip hop artists and rappers without over the top messaging.
Yes.
The production was way better. The rapping was way better. And I didn't have any idea.
Yeah.
This is very, very much over the top. Very, very much, I'm going to get my message out to you. And to do something like that, for me, you have to be exceptional. You need stellar beats. You need stellar flow. You need stellar lyricism. And it wasn't present here. there are ways to write this stuff without it having to be so blatant and upfront. And at times, it's almost like you're making this for church. And probably that's what you are. But if you're making it for church, you have to be, you don't have to be, but I can see why you're very straightforward. And I'm going to let Jesus be in the forefront of all of these songs, because if I'm wrapping up, a sermon or something like that, and instead of going to a hymn, I'm gonna go to this hip hop song, then people want to hear those affirmations over and over again. And maybe for people that don't want to listen to hip hop because they have religious values, maybe this works for them. And it could, but everything else wasn't good enough. It's like you're forcing hip hop into this genre. And that was the issue. And it sounded so raw and just, it's just not ready. And it was a struggle to get through this. And if the beats were a little bit better, it probably would have been a little bit more easier to digest. But when I'm not enjoying the beats, and then not enjoying the beats, and then it's really long by today's standards, and then I got to hear this over and over again. It's not even cleverly done. It's just like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here?
Copy paste the message.
Yeah, 1K. Look, even Lecrae was better at it than this. But 1K Few, I feel like what they were able to do, what he and Zaytoven were able to do, I feel like they set for me another bar.
Yes.
In terms of what I want to hear when it comes to Christian rap. Because what they showed me is that it can be done in a very seamless way to where you're not hammering somebody over the head with that. But yeah, there were quite a few things that did not work out for me. The overabundance of features. Yeah. Who didn't live up to the mark either. So,
but I think, when you look at the album cover, Ken, obviously it's a whole bunch of superheroes. So I think that was intentional, right? But again, I don't feel that even with so many features, they don't all have to be on one particular song. You could just do one or two. The songs themselves don't have to be as long as they are. But everything you said, I'm with you, Ken. Our grading system, or the grades that we gave weren't that far off. But my biggest thing is, don't beat me over the head. And like you said, and a lot of the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because 1K Few did set a new bar for me. Because you listened to it and we came to the review table and you were like, wait, hold on. Are you sure? And you listened to it with that in mind. You're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that is what every Christian hip hop artist needs to do now. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can have Jesus, God, everything at the forefront, but it needs to be done better. It does.
Yeah, like I think a little talk with Jesus. Like, I like that beat. It's just, except the hook. The hook sounds like old, like something from Juvenile, or Cash Money or whatever. But it's still somewhat catchy. But I like the beat. Yeah, it's just everything else that goes with it. The rapping, the hook didn't match what the beat could have been. Like, if that song is written in a different way or come up with a different idea, concept, or whatever, it could work. When I saw this on the docket and I saw it was gospel, or Christian, as it's labeled here, my expectations were high. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, shit, FIFO picked this, then he probably picked this because it's close to 1K Few. And
yeah,
man, when I played, I was like,
yeah,
what?
like a prime example of, I feel like a miss, right, is the song Devotion. Love the beat. Again, very Afrocentric, right? The singer Stevie Rizzo. I like his voice, but Suave could have made this a bop. This is a bop. This is a vibe. And I feel conceptually this song could have been a metaphor for something. You didn't have to talk about Jesus in my face like that. You could have made this a metaphor for something and made it a vibe.
Yeah, I feel you. Like I know we're coming in as outsiders. Speaking for myself, I'm coming in as an outsider. So
shit, me too. I'm in the same boat as you.
But it's true. But so as an outsider that listens to hip hop that's not Christian hip hop, for me, I don't want to hear that. People that consumes a lot of this stuff, that maybe they want to hear. So as an outsider, it's just like, oh my God, now you're telling me about God and Jesus and the Holy Water and the Trinity. Oh, I got to hear this again. But if I'm a Christian, Baptist, or whatever, I probably want to hear that on every song. Shit, I probably just want to hear him just say Jesus as the hook over and over again. I'll be happy. So I want to be careful in the over messaging part. Maybe that is the thing. I don't know. I don't know. But I do feel like 1K Phew was able to do it without it being over the top. That's why we refer to that, because it was a very subtle way, but it was still present. It was still there. And I think that if more people are able to do that, it can make this genre more accessible, and you can reach way more people. Because people, if you're trying to reach more, if you're making music for Christians,
that's one thing.
Cool.
100%.
But if you're trying to reach more people, then that's a whole other thing. Then approach I would consider a different approach.
100%.
But so that's the other thing I want to say. But you could still do that and be preachy and rap good.
Yeah.
And pick good beats.
Yeah.
And really take the essence of hip hop, what it actually is, and then put it in the genre.
Yeah, because Ken, when I talked about the cohesion part, it's like we have some Afro beats and then we have like some like boom bap-ish stuff. And to me, if you want to make an amalgamation of different type of stuff, all right, cool.
Drake does it.
Drake does it, right? Have at it. But like you said, there's a certain quality level that everything needs to be at, so people don't feel like, well, why am I being pulled all of these different ways? So for me, I would recommend just like, if you want to make the Afrobeat shit, then make that. Or if you want to make like the hip hop more boom bap, but to me on this project, it just wasn't executed well top to bottom.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, like, for all these guys, man, like, I don't know their upbringing. I don't know how much hip hop they grew up listening to. But you have to consume. You have to really be a part of this culture. And to really get the feel for what making hip hop music, rap songs are like. And if you're not, it's going to be tough. It's going to sound disjointed and rough and raw like this does. Now for Christians, for them, it worked because they're not listening to a lot of the hip hop. So the hip hop, sound old as shit. But they're not listening to it. So they don't know what good hip hop sounds like. So for them, it's like, all right, cool. You're making rap songs with Jesus. Bet, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But for an outsider like me, no. This did not meet the bar at all.
So no replay value, not recommending it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Me neither. It is what it is, man. Another day, another review. We'll be back tomorrow. We out. Peace.